Teen Say.
Can you guys all say Teen Say on 3? 1, 2, 3. Teen
Hi, I'm Mariann. Welcome to Teen Say. So today we have a treat for you. We have Pela from Poison Control again. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, what a good friend. She's here again for you. And someone who has made me look younger over the years. I haven't gone to her lately. I need to go back. But she is, tell me what you, so this is Razi. She's with, the new name of the place is Mynd Spa and Salon.
Yes.
And she is a, tell me the title of a skin specialist.
A skin specialist, yeah.
Esthetician.
Esthetician, yes.
So she's a specialist on the skin. So usually we gear up for parents to educate their teens and teens to educate themselves with our topics. But today, the teens are going to give back to their parents. We're going to do a special for them. We're going to talk about things to help your parents with vitamins and with skin products, so they don't age and they look great at your weddings, okay? And we are going to tell you if we could go back in time, what we would do differently with our skin and with our vitamins. So you may feel very youthful now, but it creeps up on you just like that. So I'm going to start out with asking a couple of questions. So Pela, everybody's talking about these vitamins, right?
Yeah.
So we have collagen vitamins. My beautician, Anthony Tran at Bubbles, always tells me to go get biotin. Yes. So I want to know, before I take it, should I take biotin and is there a benefit?
Well, one thing we do know is that people who are deficient in biotin, they definitely will show hair loss. Most of us are probably not deficient. However, I will say that there's little downside to these, and I have seen changes. I myself have purchased biotin supplements, these ones before. They taste yummy. So that's a positive. But, and I did think it changed my hair a little bit and my nails. So, and I also have seen in my mother-in-law, she was losing her hair a lot, and she started taking them, and it really did help. So I think
it did help.
It did.
How long did it take?
About 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and 3 months between the time when she started and I saw her, you know, I asked her, I said, what are you doing? And it was biotin. So I think it can work for some people. And again, the biggest thing from my perspective is there's little downside. You know, you're not really, these are vitamins that, you know, if you have excess of them, you do urinate them out. They're not going to poison you.
Okay.
So I think there's a little
But they're
downside.
not meant for teenagers and...
Teens actually could safely take these.
Would they need them?
They may not need them. They probably don't.
So at what age would you think somebody would want to start taking something like that?
I think if you notice your hair is thinning, it's reasonable to give that a try. The
What if
stakes are
their
low.
hair is thin? Is it going to make their hair thicker?
It might.
Oh.
So yeah, it really might. It might.
Interesting.
You kind of. It's like I think it's worth a try. It's one of these things where you manage your expectations, understand that it's not going to be an overnight fix, but you know, take a before and after picture, give it about 3 months. You might notice a difference.
Wow. Okay. And as we spoke about last show, you also cover gene.
Yes,
What's the title?
Pharmacogenomics. I have my first degree was in microbiology, then pharmacogenomics, and then I became a doctor of pharmacy. So I strongly believe that we're just scratching the surface in terms of interpersonal differences.
Right.
So I think what works for one person may not work for another person, and
Right.
you kind of have to try things out and see what works for you.
Exactly what I was getting at. Okay, wonderful. So my chiropractor, Chris Bruno, I was telling you about. That's why I believe in exercise and yoga. No medicine. No, I'm just kidding. He was saying that men also had to use skin products. Would they take these vitamins as well?
They absolutely could. And I think in the case of collagen, which is really hot right now. You'll see it pushed in every store, in powders and pills and all sorts of things.
Are the powders different than the pills?
Some people think that they might be a little bit easier to absorb. You know, in a way, I mean, there's probably powder inside of a pill in this bottle here. So it's essentially the same thing. The dosage is pretty large, like a scoop that you take. But we used to get a lot more collagen in our diets, and so this could be something that could help support it. The jury's still out yet.
But could men take it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So men could take both of these?
Absolutely. Yep.
Should they take them?
I think that if they are worried about hair thinning and skin, they
Movie
should.
stars.
Yeah, exactly. Or
athletes that want to look good for commercials.
I personally take collagen. I think part of me being here today is that I try a lot of things too.
Yes.
So
we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
she has a lot of questions for you. And $1,000 receipts.
Yes.
Don't tell her husband.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I try a lot of things.
She makes her own money. It's okay.
Exactly. I personally have tried collagen, and I didn't notice much while I was taking it, but when I stopped for about a month, and I did notice that my nails kind of started to chip a little bit more, and my skin didn't look as good. So I think, there's going to be probably more information coming out about collagen. A lot of people are doing it right now, and a lot of people swear by it, but I think I did notice a difference. Again, these are very small differences. You're, tempering expectations with vitamins and any kind of thing you can buy over the counter is going to be small gains, but a lot of things together can make a big difference, and especially over time.
So what about medications? So if they were on a daily medication for whatever reason, diabetes, this, that, blood pressure, I don't know, could they, or menopausal medicines or any of that, could they safely take these? Should they call their pharmacist? Should they call poison control?
Yeah.
By the way, the calls for poison control are free.
Yes.
They're nonprofit.
Yes.
And they will educate you. Any question you have is not a stupid question.
For sure.
I met Pela a while ago because I had many questions.
Absolutely.
If you have a brain, you have a question, and use it. Ask them. They are trained to answer your questions.
Yes.
I called them because a skin oil that my mother-in-law was using spilled all over my legs, and I was like, and I had a dress on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I used so much of it. And she said it had rayon in it for breathing and this and that, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Jumped in the shower, called poison control after the shower, said, I already showered. Am I okay?
We get everyone, we often get the people start the call with, this is going to sound crazy, but we hear it all, and we deal with all sorts of weird things, but certainly drug interactions, vitamins and natural substances interact with things. Our body processes them in some way. So never hesitate to call us about drug interactions. We do have pretty extensive databases about natural products. Some things we don't know about yet, like things like collagen. I wouldn't imagine that interacts with anything, but we would still run it through a database. And lots of medications do interact with supplements. And lots of medications can affect your hair and skin and nails too.
Yes, I've heard.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have the fat burners that we're going to get into, but not yet.
Yeah.
So let's talk to Razi a second. Yeah. So collagen, as she's talking about, we have a face mask.
Yes.
So what do you recommend to your clients? Would you recommend taking this as well, or would you just go directly for the skin if you were dealing with the skin? First, you know what? Before we ask you to answer that, tell us what a degree in your specialty is like. Is that what are you trained in?
I've been trained for taking care of the skin.
Okay.
And make all the women pretty. They
and
deserve.
Men.
And men.
Yeah.
And men.
I'm sending my husband to you.
Of course.
We got to work on those right now.
Yes. Yes. And I really like what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 17 years and more. Yes. And I've been worked with the Red Door for a long time. Now they rebrand to Mind.
Mind Spa and Salon. I got it now.
Exactly.
Wow, look at that.
And then
I like the name better.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. It's simple and beautiful. So we welcome everybody to come there.
But what makes you a skin specialist over a dermatologist? Why should I ask you something about these products for my skin instead of a dermatologist?
The product that we use, it's very subtle. You don't have to deal with the injection and all those things. It just everything has collagen. Yes. And then you don't have to go measure operations and stuff. So these are really working with all of us because we.
So what did you study though to become a skin specialist?
I have to go to a static school to learn about the skin, the basic first.
Static?
Static, yes.
Okay, how many years is that?
So that's depends. Like it's
there
13
you go,
months.
teens, maybe. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
13 months. If you go like constantly 13 months, you will be done with the static school. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, real quick, while we're on that, teens, how many years do you have to go to school to become a toxicologist?
For me, you
Just
can,
roughly for a toxicologist, is it 4 years and then 3 years of med school? What is it?
Yeah, depending on which one, if you want to be a medical toxicologist, you would go through medical school and then go through some really, probably most likely through like the ER, doing a PGY 1 and 2 through there, and then do a fellowship in addition to in toxicology. So it's a long road. For me, being a doctor of pharmacy, pharmacy school, you typically have a degree going in there. The shortest amount of time you can do pharmacy school is about 6 years average. And then working in the field for working at poison control to become, it's a lot of work.
Doctor,
yeah, it's a lot of work. It's very specialized. And so I'm still, I've been out of school now for about almost 10 years. I guess I've been working at poison control coming up on 8 years this month, actually.
Yeah,
So
wow,
thank you. And I'm
Yeah,
just
doing
getting,
great work.
thank you. I love it. It's really wonderful. But I'm just getting to the point where I'm hopefully going to apply to sit for the board for, to become a clinical toxicologist. So it's a lot of work. But it's really, if you love the topics, then it's really not work. It's the stuff I read every day, and in my days off, I still, read about toxicology because I just love
Yes,
it.
you are brilliant. Every time I ask her a
thank
question,
you.
I'm impressed. Totally.
Oh, thank you, Mariann.
So tell us how we can look better, even if we have to take medications.
Yeah.
So should we do a collagen mask? Or
Yes.
Okay, so
The key for
you have a
the
lot of masks there too. Can I have some
Yeah,
of those?
sure.
So we were saying she spent like $1,000 on all kinds of stuff she has questions for you
Yes,
on, but
yes.
so let's see what we have here. My goodness, a bubble mask, peeling.
I can tell you about some of these guys too that I've used that I like, but
Olive oil?
yeah,
Olive
Razi,
and
maybe you
collagen
can
essence.
tell us what's interesting. I find that a lot of the ingredients, when you actually turn them over, a lot of them will have these different things on the face of them, saying that they're like this one's for this and that one's for that, but many of them have a lot of the same ingredients. But
It does.
yeah,
does.
so it's just in different amounts.
Hydrating. Yep.
So what
I
about
like this one.
your collagen one? Yeah, that one exactly.
Yeah.
And this is a
Isn't this all I
Razi
need?
has a
It is really
Okay,
great.
this is mine, thank you.
that's my gift.
Water pocket sheet.
Yeah. These are really
Same thing?
really
Exactly.
interesting
So
to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, so ladies, how do we decide? We go to the store.
It's hard.
Yes.
That's how this originated. I went to the store and I texted you from Costco and I said,
Yeah.
there's 5,000 vitamins on the shelf. Which
Yeah.
one's going to work? Then I look over at wrinkle creams. There's 5,000 wrinkle
yeah.
creams. And I'm
Collagen's
like,
there. Yep.
From
So
$5 to $250.
I mean, certain
Yeah.
skin creams can be $600 if you go to a dermatologist.
Definitely. Because, sometimes it's what works for your skin. It's not necessary to go get all of them. Just pick one that works for your skin type.
How do we know
So
what
you
works for
need
our
to
skin
get-
type?
Yes, you need. That's why
So we
are
go
there.
out and spend $1,000 like Pela did
Yeah.
and buy everything and try everything, or no?
No, you don't.
We
do
come
that.
to an
Yes, exactly. Esthetician. You go to the
Esthetician.
salon and get your skin analyzed.
facial.
Yes, analyzed and facial. First, analyzed to see.
How
what
do you
type of
analyze
skin-
it?
We do it under the magnifier and see what type of skin you have. So we analyze your skin and then
Like
I'll tell you-
oily, dry.
oily, dry, from beginning we check and see what type of skin, but you have to go by your skin type, what product will be good for your skin. So
Okay.
then we recommend that.
Right.
So once if you have like the skin type, you don't have to worry about other products, the one
Okay.
that works for you. So I've been working for a long time and finally I found my really good cream, which is the collagen cream. It has a collagen, so I love it. I've been
Okay.
using it for a long
Can I
time,
see
and
that?
I've been talking about it with everybody.
So
All
what's
my
the main
clients love it.
ingredient? Is the main
So
ingredient?
The main ingredient is collagen. Collagen
Okay.
serum, and it's thick and nice. It's for forming and lifting the skin. It's really great.
So if I put this on, what, once a day, twice a day?
You can do it at nighttime and daytime, especially right now because it's everybody's skin getting like a
Dry.
seasonal dry.
Yeah.
So I recommend highly this one to use.
So if I'm taking one of these collagen, if I'm taking one of these, can I still?
Of course, because everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everything has their own way to work. Vitamins work from inside, and this will work repair from outside. So that works
Okay.
very good.
How long does it take for something like this to start making us
So
look beautiful?
In 2 weeks, you will see big time result.
Yeah.
Because all the lines and fine lines fades first, and then after that, you will see your skin like looking great, smoother, softer, like look glow.
Your skin looks wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been working on it a lot.
Yeah. So tell
Like,
us
this
about
product is magic.
when we do a facial, because when I came to you, and what I love about you is Chris has made me, my chiropractor, anti-medication.
That's okay. We're okay with that.
So
The collagen.
the collagen, I mean, so what would be the purpose so when I came to you, I asked you so many questions about what you were putting on my skin because I was scared, are you going to
Yes.
make my skin peel off because somebody said it's going to peel, somebody said it's going to be really red, and then like you have things like Mary Kay, like step 1, step 2, step 3. I called Lisa from Mary Kay in Maryland and I said, what do you guys have? And she said, well, Mary Kay's in business 56 years or something, and we have the lifting serum.
Serum, yeah.
That's like the girdle to tight skin. And then she said the other one was like a collagen moisturizing type thing.
To hydrate your skin.
Right.
Yes.
So how do we know when we go to shop? Well, I used Visalign, oil of Olay, the chiropractor uses. I mean, then you've got Vine Vera. Now this one also very, very economical. It's aloe vera, used for your face.
If you look, all the ingredients is all the same kind of hydrating. The key of being pretty is hydrating your skin.
Okay.
So once if your skin is hydrated, other things will repair itself.
So if I
So
put
more
a Vino or some body lotion
But if it
from
doesn't
Bath
work with
and
your skin,
on my face, is that going to be the same?
No, because you have to make sure you get the right skincare for your skin type.
Okay,
Because-
but
yes.
okay, so if it says for dry skin or something or just moisturizer, how do I know what I'm looking for?
So because you if you know your skin type, you will know you need hydrating serum, and then plus good cleanser, good exfoliator.
Can I use regular soap like?
No, because regular soap will dry your skin.
Ah.
I will not recommend
What about
that
if it says facial soap at the hotels?
No, it's still
No.
not. You have to have your gel. I don't recommend soap, like a bar soap for skin. Always gel, always like a creamy wash for the face
Okay.
as a
Is there one in
professional.
specific you recommend?
So definitely, we do have a lot at work, but I have to analyze the skin and see what type of skin you have. Then I will recommend from there.
So if somebody's, in Baltimore watching this show, who would they go to analyze their skin?
So they need to go to salons, spas to analyze their skin and then get facials and see that will tell them that what type of skin they have.
Okay.
Even makeup artists on the counters who sell the product, skincare, they can tell.
So, but
what's
everybody's going to want to sell their own product. Like, I mean, if I go to a Bobbi Brown specialist
They need to be honest and tell you
No,
the
but
truth.
if I go to
Yes, of
Sephora,
course.
they're going to want to sell their products. If I go
Definitely.
to Macy's and they have this big line, they're going to want to sell their products. So
Definitely.
if I call Mary Kay, they're going to sell me theirs. So,
We all-
so what are the key ingredients?
The key to
Moisturizer?
moisturizer, hydrating your skin, cleanser.
Cleanser.
Good cleanser, good exfoliator, and good daytime and nighttime cream and sunblock.
Sunblock.
Yes,
Even in the winter.
even in the winter.
Under our face makeup.
Under the face makeup. Sometimes people, like ladies say, they have in their makeup.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not working.
Really?
Yes.
You need more.
You need
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
I
not
have-
working.
yeah.
But sometimes in summertime you have to do 2 times. Because once if you put it, you feel like, oh, my skin's covered. So in the morning, no, it wear off.
Yeah.
In 3 hours wear off. You have to put it again.
Yeah.
So which we have a spray now from Dr. Denise Gross that you can spray on top of your makeup.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Yes,
Great.
that's really great and easy. You don't have to worry about your makeup.
Why wouldn't you just put it on underneath? Oh, so you have
You
it a
can
second
put it
time.
then the second time you can just spray on top. Yep.
Okay.
I reapply. That's a big thing. Reapplying midday is huge.
Yes.
Really?
Yep. Even if you're just driving in your car, sitting in your office that has daylight in there, it makes a huge difference.
Really?
It does. It does.
Wow.
I
No
think
wonder I
that's
have
the biggest
wrinkles.
thing.
Okay. And what about what about vitamin C? Vitamin. You put that on me, right?
Yes, I did vitamin C.
a
vitamin
long
C.
time ago. I
Yes,
still
it's
have to go
great
back.
for the dry skin, plus like combination skin.
Okay.
I always recommend vitamin C because vitamin C is really great in hydrating your skin and.
What if I take vitamin C?
That helps too, but remember, taking and putting it's totally different because
you
it's
recommend
repairing-
putting it?
Putting it, yes. putting it.
Okay. So if I had a
Definitely.
choice whether to take collagen or put it on my face,
You can put it on your face and taking it too.
but
It helps. It's not only when you use collagen cream, it helps your face, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're taking it, it helps all over your body.
okay.
Yes.
And now for the eye creams, though, I
Yes.
can't take whatever and put it under my eyes because why? There's a thin layer.
10
under?
layers of skin, so you don't want to put anything because sometimes you have to be careful because it irritates around the eyes. So when it irritates, you see more lines and fine lines and dark circles because
Okay.
they look dull. So you don't
Okay.
want to do that, but make sure you get the right eye cream for your eyes too.
So when you get the right eye cream, does that mean if I get it in my eyes or in my contacts, it's not going to sting? Because no, that doesn't.
It'll still sting.
It'll still sting.
Well,
We're still washing out our eyes.
Yes, you know, no, it
Put some
definitely
control ice
stink.
to wash out your eyes.
Anything goes in the eye will stink, right?
Yeah.
So I will recommend that before you put on, make sure put it right here, not like close to the eye.
Okay.
So sometimes you can blend it here, but not too close. Because once if you put it on the bone here,
Yeah.
it travels. It travels to the closer to the eye, but that will be safe for you to not put it
So
inside
when
your-
you exfoliate, you can only exfoliate what, once a week, twice a week? You're not supposed to do it every day.
There is one like this one, the new one. It has like little pad that you do every day.
Every day.
Every day. It's really safe to do every day.
It says daily peel though, so it's
Yes.
okay.
You're not peeling, but it makes your skin smoother and softer. This one, I really love it because now you can do every night.
And I'm putting cream on after that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
to moisturize.
To moisturize.
So I'm taking off the dead skin
Yes,
and
and then
I'm
hydrate it.
hydrating the
Because
good skin.
Why I love exfoliate because this is the key to take off all the dead skin and allows your product to penetrate better to the skin. So
Okay.
and keep the cells hydrated.
So what about these $600 creams at the dermatologist? Is that going to be any better than Oil of Olay? Regenerate?
You know what? I'm not saying anything about this product because I don't know, but the only product that I'm talking about.
I mean, I have a shot here. I can
Yes.
use, what was this, Vine Vera? Yeah. This is for under the eyes, I guess.
yes.
Non-surgical syringe. I don't know what it does. It's something.
You know, I think that oftentimes these packaging, it tries to make it look like a lot more potent and medical.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Looks
in
scary to
terms-
me.
It
I'm
does.
like,
It
I'm not
does.
using that. No.
You
It's
know.
kind of cool.
Razia, would you agree? I found that one thing that made a big difference for me over the years was kind of just also being gentle with my skin. Like when even drying off my face, I'm like much more likely to pat now, not really pulling away.
Definitely.
I think that a lot of times, like, you know, what we're talking about is making gains with little things, like little boosters that can help you along the way. But do you recommend that to your clients?
Definitely. The way you put your lotion, make sure you put it up But sometimes, like I see, some of us that we put lotion like this. So we have to be careful how we put, because we need to be very gentle with our skin.
And especially under the
Especially
eyes.
under the eye,
I was
because-
always told to use your ring finger, which doesn't
Exactly.
have much pressure on it, and kind of just
Exactly.
really go, and then always kind of going like inward, like kind
Yep.
of going against where the direction of your wrinkles. And I think that's helped me. I really focused for the last year about not wiping my face dry with my towel, and I think it really does help. I just do a pat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, good to hear. I'm
right
glad
way
that you
to-
agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about all the products. Why don't you ask her about your little,
well,
what is that?
Oh yeah, so my lovely sister, I have two wonderful sister-in-laws, and then we
Okay.
always talk about things, but one of
She
my...
got a lot. This is
So
all her.
my whole journey came from, I was kind of telling Razi earlier, after having two kids, and I just recently celebrated my 40th birthday, I kind of had that moment where I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, my skin does not look good. And so that's where I went. And kind of,
By the way, this is Valentine's month, so before we love others,
that's right.
we have to love ourselves.
That is right.
And we are
You're
all
right.
beautiful.
That's right.
It radiates from inside out.
That's right.
So,
We are very hard on ourselves sometimes.
yes, we are.
As women.
And especially after that Super Bowl show. Forget it. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
my
right.
gosh, I'll never
Yeah,
eat again.
I know.
I'm going to start dancing.
Right? So, I kind of started trying all these different things, and, I found that there are some, I feel like, basic strategies. I think exfoliation, I found a lot of different products. Like this one is from like Yves Saint Laurent that someone had recommended to me, that's more of like an oily
me give it to her?
micro, like a exfoliant, versus this one I haven't even opened yet, but this has like jojoba beads in it that exfoliate that way, versus, I had other ones that were even chemical, more
What is that
chemical
one?
This
Oh,
one is a
the
hydrator.
The other one, is that a serum?
This is a serum, but I found that so step one was kind of exfoliating with something.
Oh, sleeping night oil.
I tended to like the ones where I don't know if you've heard, but there's this environmental issue of a lot of these facial scrubs were made with these little plastic beads in them, and so they're like washing into the ocean. So anything they think they were required by law to take them out, but I try to find natural exfoliants, something with like jojoba beads are okay, walnut crushed whatever, something that's a little bit rough, taking off that layer of skin. This was actually this was an alpha beta hydroxy thing too. So peeling, I felt like I had to peel off my skin in different ways.
Oh, this is the one you told me if you use it, don't have a show the next day.
Yeah, no, that one was, that was exactly true.
So don't use it the night before a show.
So I felt like some method of exfoliation. And so like retinols do that, vitamin C does skin turnover, right? So mechanical abrasions with if it's just like a rough substance. And then,
And this?
And then this is more for like, I don't know if this works yet. These are kind of popular right now. This is a jade stone.
Yes.
Do you know what I do with this? So you're supposed to roll your face, and I think it does help. You know how when first thing in the morning you're a little bit puffy?
Yes.
It kind of helps move that drain, some of like your lymphatics down. I leave this.
Yep.
I leave this in my car.
You do this?
So no, we don't use that one at work, but I heard about it.
Do you recommend it?
I think it makes very small
I don't know
difference.
if it works.
Yeah.
Because I
Does
never
it work
used
for you?
Well, I've got it for Christmas. My sister-in-law brought it to me from Korea. So I leave it in my car, and so it's nice and cold in the morning on my way into work.
Yeah.
I roll my face, and I think it does make a little bit of a difference.
It's
but
probably relaxing.
it is.
too.
Actually,
more
it feels
relaxing.
good. Honestly, it feels good.
I can imagine that's like a facial
It
almost
is.
every morning.
It is like a facial
It
massage.
is. And I do feel
Yeah.
like maybe I look a little less puffy when I get in. But again, is it dramatic? No. I could live without it, but it was a very nice gift, and it's pretty. So
Yeah, it
I
is
use
very
that.
pretty, yeah.
So that thing is just more for puffiness. But I got some really good gains. I also did get the prescription tretinoin, Retin-A.
Yes.
Which is just more of a concentrated retinol, right?
Yes.
But you like retinol
So yes,
overall?
definitely.
Okay.
We do have products with the retinol. So I didn't bring it today, but yes, we do
Okay.
have like anything from Dr. Denise Gross has a little bit of retinol in it to exfoliate the skin. So I really recommend that one too.
It's like you have the difference of mechanically exfoliating, you know, but then also increasing skin turnover is good, because that's, you know, it's like
exfoliate skin, yep.
And that's how you rebuild. It's like when you think about even like working out, it's like, you know, you're causing some damage and then you rebuild new muscle. It's kind of the same thing with your skin. Like you're damaging it a little bit, you're causing injury essentially, and you're
heal back.
Exactly, and make new collagen and make better stuff.
Yep.
Right.
So I mean, that really made a huge difference for me. I noticed some differences with the exfoliators. I was always kind of afraid of them, but you know, and for me, I had to go every other day and like use them in different ways, but I really like them. And then protecting your skin with the sunblock and using.
And what about all these oils, like the argan oil?
Yeah, I really like argan oil. I
mentioned another oil to you too. What was that oil?
I can't remember what you had said.
Yeah.
There is like things like coconut oil, you know, are too heavy. So I found, I went for a facial actually, and I was having some really dry skin at the time, and the esthetician told me, you know, try argan oil because it doesn't clog pores as much. Like one problem I have with my skin, you know, like there was a fad of cleansing oils for a while, and a lot of people like them, but for me it would give me these little milia.
Yes,
these little like almost like lipid, like fat little like pimple things. Yeah, and they're really unattractive.
Yeah.
And you don't want those. So so I stopped using those, but
with this one, yes.
So far,
that was from coconut oil?
That was from coconut oil and cleansing oils. The cleansing oils did not work for me at all. I loved the idea of them, and I thought, what a great idea, but it gave me milia, and it was not. Actually, even that blue bottle there, I like that. The Sunday Riley was a brand that they make this
sleeping night oil.
Yeah, this one they make called Good Genes. It has lactic acid in it. Again, just another way to turn over the skin, right? Do you have like anything with lactic acid in it?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have some products with, like the most of products we have, it has acid.
Okay.
So what about like when we take, my husband's big on taking part of the aloe vera plant and just putting it on everything. Is that better than all? He says that and coconut oil are better than all of these products. And
interesting, yeah. But some products it has aloe vera in it, but I don't think it just itself would work that much. It might cooling that moment.
Yes.
But later it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. That's why I'm still wrinkled.
Well, let me tell you, I can tell you chemically though, there is a little bit of a basis there because what we were talking about, a lot of these products, like you'll hear hyaluronic acid a lot, which I love. I love hyaluronic acid. Oh, that is, yeah. I love that. And that usually will come in a serum. Glycerin, which a lot of the ingredients on the back of these, almost every single one, you will see it's going to be like water, and then there's going to be glycerin. There might be aloe in here. There's going to be usually like hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid. But these are things that grab moisture out of the air. And that is how it plumps up your lines temporarily. So things like glycerin, which a lot of these have, it's a really great trick because you wear these for 15 minutes. The glycerin in particular is a really small molecule, and so it can actually sit in your skin and it absorbs water. So for the moment, your skin does look better. It's not changing it over time like the exfoliants or like the retinol or anything, but for that moment and for the day, really, you look good. Hyaluronic acid sits more on the surface of your skin, but also absorbs water. I can't remember, like 100 times its weight. But aloe is in the same family. It does the same thing. So I will say that your husband is not completely wrong because the aloe, the aloe will draw some water and keep it against your skin, and then that coconut oil will kind of seal it in. Because that's the other thing, is like evaporation, you know, and protecting your skin after you're, you know, it's dry.
But the coconut oil causes the lip.
It caused milia for me. Milia. Do you think probably for most?
Some skin, but if you have, for dry skin, no.
Yeah. Like on my neck or
for
anything.
combination of skin or oily skin, yes, definitely.
Okay.
For the dry skin, I think you guys will be safe. But also.
So what ingredients would we be using every day? If we had to just pick, so we're moisturizing, we're putting
cleanser. exfoliator, moisturizer, and sunblock.
Sunblock.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to pick between
what if
this-
we want to pick the $600 product versus the $20 product?
I will say you need to try and see. You don't have to go for the price. You need to see what ingredient will go with your skin type.
So if my friend says, I have better things than you because I went to the dermatologist and this is the
So not
$600
necessary
cream.
to work for your skin type.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think that getting a recommendation from a friend is sometimes, or somebody you trust, like a trusted colleague, is really good. Because have you heard of a lot of times the reviews online, like the companies pay people to do them.
Yes.
So you can't really rely on the reviews all the time,
Right,
which is
right.
really frustrating. But I agree. I think with that year when I tried all these different products, I found things at many different price points that I think worked well, and
Yes.
not necessarily, the expensive stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
So they go together though. We have
go
to
together.
ingest them and put them on our faces.
Yep.
And at what age should we start taking care of our skin in order to
will
avoid
say-
wrinkles?
I will say age 18.
18.
Yes.
So I used to hear if you put eyeliner under your eyes and stuff, you were going to make wrinkles because you were constantly, oh, I know what it was. Someone in Macy's told me when I was in college, if you pull down on your eye like this and you put the eyeliner inside, you're making wrinkles for when you're older. I mean,
No.
That seems a little
No, that's
extreme.
a little
Yeah,
yes. No, but if you're taking care of your skin, I wish I was taking care of my skin when I was 18, but after 18, when I turned 20, I started taking care of my skin.
Wow.
So yes.
Wow.
And I
I
start
wish.
knowing
that's
this.
why
I'm like,
she has such great skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do you,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Don't worry.
thank you so much. You do too. You look beautiful. And
Don't
I
feel
will-
bad when you tell your friends every day. They look beautiful.
They
That's
do look
right.
good. And I will say everybody needs to take care of their skin when they age 18, so they don't have to worry later about it. If you keep doing great stuff for your skin to keep your skin hydrated, cleanse, exfoliate, so you will always look that way. So some of us, we wait till like we reach certain age, and then
We have to get Botox.
There we go.
There is an old saying, the best
Yes.
thing for your skin in your 40s is sunblock in your 20s.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if I could do it all over, that's what I would do.
Oh
I
my
grew
gosh,
up.
so I'm
Yeah.
from baby oil, fry it,
Yes.
and then have this great tan. I know.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that is the biggest thing. I think that's probably
So that was bad, the baby oil in the
the
sun?
baby oil and baking in the sun, no sunblock. Yeah, for hours laying out there,
Yeah.
not good. Not good for the skin
Not good.
over time.
Yeah.
But I think that when you finally exfoliate and you're taking care of your skin, you've got to find. I have sunblock in my car. I have sunblock
Wow.
in every bag. Like I have.
great.
Yeah, I've been really religious about it, and I know that has made a huge difference for me.
What about these people that put the sunblock on and you see these big things of white? I mean, is that necessary?
No, because these days we do, well, like especially Dr. Denise Gross make the color that like has a little tan in it, like medium tan and dark tan, so it will be for everybody. Yeah, that's a
No.
great
I'm
point.
talking about when they. Oh, okay.
the
stuff.
sunscreen has
But-
tan color in it, so you don't have to be white.
Right, but I see.
Got it?
Yeah. But my boys, when they go, they just went to Costa Rica, and I see pictures of them on the boats, and they just have like masks of white cream, like they left it so thick.
Oh,
Well, you do you literally do burn most on the parts of your face
Yeah,
that
their
project.
nose, their eyes.
So honestly, I kind of do that.
Yeah.
I've been, coming from growing up in Florida, like I'm a complete flip-flopper because like now I hate the sun. Like I love the sun, but I do that. Like if I'm out at the pool with my kids, I will put on a thick layer of like mineral sunscreen here, and here.
Wow.
To really prevent my burning.
when you go to the beach, when you go to the sun, you have to it doesn't look bad when you have thick layer. Yeah.
Wow.
But for every day, we have like a
Yeah.
tan color, so you can put under your makeup and
look around. I think there's a lot of things now. I would say, like, this was one that is actually made, I think, for putting under your. They have ones that are just made to go under your makeup, and like this is like an SPF 51 that I liked too. But I think when you have this, and then perhaps you have one with a tint or something as well.
Yes.
And then, like, even my foundation, I found a foundation that I like that has tint, that has SPF 50 in it as well. And I think when you're layering those things especially, and you can't really tell, but may not be perfect. I will say for photo things, though, it depends. Sometimes when the sunblocks have minerals in them, they will really reflect in pictures and with lighting. So you have to be careful about that. So if you know, so I will sometimes make an exception if I'm going to an event and I know that there's going to be like photography or something. I might use a different type of sunscreen that day, and definitely not the mineral ones, because they can make you look so the pictures might be because they had a mineral sunscreen on and it was reflecting in that photo. Yeah.
I wonder if photographers know to say
They
that
definitely
during
know that.
beach photos. They
do know that, and especially like for weddings and things
Did you
like
guys
that.
hear that? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a hint for teens and college kids.
Yeah, you will. If you'll notice that sometimes if you're especially using mineral products, which can be really cool, they can reflect, especially with flashes. So if you find that it's like, you look like, you're not yourself in the photos, that could be a reason why.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about, so the Super Bowl was great. Every woman in creation kudos to them.
Yeah.
To be able to dance, they definitely did. To be able to dance like that and spend that many hours in the gym and fine tune. What they're doing is really hard. You have to be really strong. And at their ages,
Definitely.
50 and 42 or something.
42, yes.
I've heard that J-Lo does not sleep. She only sleeps on her back. Because during nighttime, did you notice this? This is a great question for you, Razia. Yeah. Do you notice, I've heard that when people sleep, like side sleepers, you can tell which side that they sleep on. You can, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because you can see more lines and fine lines and wrinkles on the
sleeping
really?
on your side.
What side do I sleep on? We're putting her on the spot.
While you're examining
you have
Mariann.
beautiful skin. You sleep on your back.
But I heard that I've read that J-Lo puts pillows all around herself so she doesn't flip over. Yeah,
wow.
To keep herself on her back, because, and again, it's that accumulation over time thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're sleeping on your side and you're all, you're stretching your skin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I do eyelash extension, so I can tell from the eyelash extension who sleep on what side. Yes, because one side of the eyelash is like more curly than the other side.
Oh, wow. That's funny. That's really interesting.
So you have in front of you, so speaking of Lopez and how beautiful she looks, so everybody says we're going to be huge after 50, but Lopez is living proof that
you don't have to.
You don't have to. So, and also, what's her name? The other actress, she has great skin. She does Aveeno commercials.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look 50.
No, they don't.
Not at all.
No.
So if we want to get in shape, I've heard that it's 80% exercise. So those two women on the Super Bowl, they've got that set. They're dancing probably like 10, 12 hours a day. I would imagine, to do what they do.
I would imagine so
At least 4 to 6.
Yeah.
So if we want to lose weight, everybody's on a different, green tea fat burners.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 of these kind of things. There's 1,000 multivitamins. So let's start with multivitamins. So these are things you can get your parents for Valentine's Day, too. The first loves of your life that you want to not age, right? So there's a ton of vitamins saying, this vitamin will keep you younger, this vitamin. So my chiropractor felt like the multivitamins, you would need a horse pill to get all the things you really need in it. So he feels that you're getting them from foods and proper eating, getting rid of the inflammatory foods, and that you go high end for vitamins.
Yeah.
Whereas cream, you may not have to because you're looking for certain ingredients, but the vitamins, he's saying you have to go high end. You're not going to find them in a supermarket or a vitamin store. So what do you feel about that?
I think there's probably some truth to that. The evidence out there, there have been some big studies that looked at people who take multivitamins versus those that don't, and there was really no differences. And in fact, I want to say that the multivitamin group did a little bit worse off, but they were probably taking a big commercial vitamin. And what happens in a lot of those big combo pills is that they're giving you, huge doses of vitamin C and, a very tiny dose of maybe something that you might need, and it's kind of out of balance. I think that the thought that food is really big. I think that if you are eating a balanced, high-quality diet, I think that is one of the biggest things you can do for your overall health and your skin. It's definitely a component. I know personally, if I'm drinking water, I am eating well, my skin looks so much better, remarkably better.
Hydration,
huge. Yes. I mean, have you ever noticed when you're actually hitting, getting I try to shoot for like 10 8-ounce glasses a day or so.
Right.
When I do that, I look remarkably better. I do.
And you feel energetic.
I do.
Yeah.
So I think.
And you'll lose weight probably because.
Yeah, I think that you're, a lot of times hunger signs are really thirst signs and things like that. So
I've heard that. I've heard that.
I think there's some truth to that, and I've seen some really high quality multivitamins coming out on the market that you can buy like direct from the source online that are intriguing. So I'm kind of curious to see that. But
plant-based and what was the other one? Plant-based and soil-based, I guess. Or something. I can't remember what he said.
Yes, and they'll actually, so in knowing where they kind of come from and not just chemically made, and, so I think that's really interesting. Stuff like this, like the green tea, these fat burners, there's science to actually support that some parts of green tea do seem to help speed up metabolism. So that's where they're kind of coming from. I don't know what does happen when you take it out and you concentrate it and put it in a pill. Do you need that whole cup of green tea and all the other things in there to actually make it work? Maybe. When we do stuff like this, it's so processed that I have a hard time believing that it's helpful. I really do.
So we're better off just drinking green tea.
You're better off drinking green tea, really. I truly believe that. I think that thankfully we're kind of coming back to older ways of things. And even some of the bigger proponents for, another show, but, marijuana and, with it becoming more common, a lot of the biggest researchers are saying, there's an entourage effect. I love that term of you need the whole thing, for it to really get the benefits. So when we get here, this makes me, I don't know, this looks to me like a dyed green pill that, that I can't see that it would be helpful.
So there's another vitamin that everybody's interested in now that you see on all the commercials that helps with weight loss and helps you stay healthy. The apple cider.
Oh, apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, it's called the Agoli or something. Agoli? Something like I can't recall. But yeah.
There is some evidence for apple cider vinegar, but again, in the form where you're buying the bottle that has been that has the mother in there, which is the basically the bacteria that had fermented and made this into, what happens when the bacteria gets in the grape, the grape juice goes a little bit too far past wine, you got vinegar. So that is a biological process when you're buying actual whole apple cider vinegar that has like the mother in it, which you can buy for very inexpensive, a price at like Whole Foods or any supermarket really. There seems to be some benefit there. There is a history.
We're better off just getting apple cider vinegar and pouring it on our
your salad.
Yep.
I mean,
and we don't have to drink it, right?
You don't have to. Yeah,
like they pour it in a cup and drink it, and I'm like, oh,
you can make it. You can dilute it with water, but certainly putting it with your food is probably the best way to get it.
Do you have that too?
Yes.
So, okay, do you do that daily?
When I remember, like I definitely, I think, we're,
now supposedly apple cider vinegar helps with weight loss and blood pressure.
Yeah, it can, there's a myriad of effects that have been, but some of the studies are in like certain populations and maybe not others. So it's one of those things again where I feel like try it, see how you feel. If you hate it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But there's
like I was not drinking it.
Right.
My son was like, drink this. I'm like, oh
There is a lot
Doesn't
of
taste
yeah. See, I love
And he
vinegar.
drinks a lot
Yeah.
of green tea.
Does he? Yeah, I think that's very. I think that
My daughter
there's-
too, who's training for triathlons and all kinds of
Yeah.
things. She's big on green
You
tea
know,
in the
even-
morning.
We do too.
Do-
Like in my culture, we drink a lot of green tea.
That's
A lot of
great.
green tea, yes.
Okay.
I think.
So this might work for somebody who doesn't have time to drink green tea.
Right, right. Or if
Yeah.
they don't, a lot of people just don't like the taste. Although you can
I
dilute
love
it. I
it,
do
yeah.
too. You can also make it, put fruit in it or do whatever you want. And
So what
it
about sugar? Is sugar really like, so we read at a pediatrician's office, they had a sign, sugar is like cocaine for kids. Okay, well, so you can see that because they have enough energy and then you wire them up and they go crazy. But is sugar really, dangerous?
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really, really bad for the body.
Why?
Yeah.
But if we have a cookie or we give out candy for Valentine's Day because we love someone or we're making them heart cookies.
Yeah,
are
speaking
we
of
really-
Valentine's Day,
Yes.
I would say go for the high quality, like good chocolate and good
Dark
products,
chocolate.
dark chocolate and good
What's
products.
the benefit of dark chocolate?
They have so many antioxidants in them, and the many good things, makes you feel good. There's lots
Yeah.
of things that it can do for you.
Yep.
In skin, yeah.
There's not a lot of sugar in it. Too.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
but
If
yeah.
you look at the back of the bar, you can see there's not a lot of sugar, like milk chocolate or white chocolate.
Yeah, milk chocolate's not great.
Oh, so okay, buy your parents dark chocolate. Eat dark chocolate. I'll never forget, my son was in a HOSA class and he came home and he said, guess what we learned today? And I said, what? He said, I'm going to eat more dark chocolate. It's got good antioxidants.
Great.
I said, so do blueberries. You can eat blueberries.
Yeah, right.
And he said, I could do both. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
sure you can.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you.
This has just made for a wonderful, wonderful special to help people out there with so many choices. It's so confusing.
It is.
So before we close, I want to give everybody some advice for Valentine's Day. If you don't have that special, and on teensay.net you can see my advice. If you don't have that special Valentine and you want to do something special for yourself, because you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else, or before you can do for your children, man or woman, do other stuff. So you don't have a Valentine or you're not happy with Valentine's Day. Okay, great. Well, then how about you sign up for a Spartan race and you start training on Valentine's Day. They're great. They make you feel good. We did a special with the chief of cardiology at Inova, and we called it Get Off the Couch, Shut Off the Computer, Do Something for Yourself. Like whether you're training for a color in motion and throwing paint at one another, or a Tough Mudder and you want to challenge yourself with military obstacles and see how tough you are, a Spartan race where those obstacles I've heard are even tougher than the Tough Mudder, according to my kids who do the beasts all the time.
Wow.
I think one of them has a 24-hour one, but it's crazy. But you could train for something like that. You could start training Valentine's Day to show yourself you love yourself and start exercising. Or Mended Hearts. What is it called? It's called Mended. So kids with congenital heart defects. It's called Mended Hearts, I think. And we can make a donation there. We could volunteer. We could go see those moms in the NICU, bring them some dark chocolate, say hello to those moms sitting there for hours. Go to a nursing home. Some of those people have no one. They never had kids, or their kids live in other countries or other states. There are people that could really use your love, and you can fill somebody's heart, and that's going to fill yours, whether you have a Valentine or not. So do something special this Valentine's. Make a difference somehow. So ladies, before we close, what advice would you both like to give anybody out there, either on Valentine's, or just February, the month of love, to, keep going. Christmas is love too, but what advice would you like to give?
I think that I would definitely say wear your sunscreen. That is one thing I cannot even say enough. And find one that you can tolerate using every day. And then also don't forget your neck and the back of your hands. These are other things that age and show your age. So almost everything that you do for your face you should do for your neck and chest area and your hands. I have a big habit of putting stuff on the back of here and then putting it on my face and then rubbing it in here when I'm done.
Okay.
Or the leftover, what they put on their face, and the leftover put on the hands.
Definitely.
I do that.
Yes.
Oh, good.
That's a wonderful
Sure,
thing.
on the neck and
Yeah.
décolleté too.
I do that with my aloe vera.
Oh,
but-
perfect, perfect.
So
And
what advice would you
I
like
will
to give
give
us?
advice to everybody like who likes to get the prettiest skin they deserve. They need to come to our salon, Mind and Spa
Oh,
Salon.
no, she's trying to get advertisements now.
It's a great spa.
How about
Come and
to,
see me.
to see Razi?
To see
and
me
get,
and-
are
and
you
get
giving
the-
them a discount if they come?
Of course,
Okay,
of course,
if they
of
come from
course.
Teen Say,
Yes.
that's it. You get a discount.
Yes, you get a
Mariann
discount
said
and-
with Razi.
Yes, definitely.
But
definitely.
a facial is great for mom or
Yes.
dad. It's very relaxing.
Definitely.
And when we met, I was really scared, but it was very nice. And my
After
skin
when
looked
you-
really good for
Exactly.
like a
After-
year. But now it looks like it needs it again, very much
You're more
so.
than welcome to come.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna take
Mine's
care-
free because she just
Yes,
advertised. No, I'm just
Definitely. Yep.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. To all of you out there, have a great month of February. Have a happy Valentine's Day. And no matter what month it is, take care of your skin. Take your vitamins. Call Poison Control if you have a question. Don't hesitate. Make a mistake sometimes. The wrong vitamin, the wrong medication can cause you to go to the hospital or can cause you to have symptoms that you don't want that can be alleviated just by calling Poison Control. They try, I don't know if you're familiar with Poison Control, but
Yes.
they try and make you not go to the hospital if they can take care of you at home because
Yes.
the hospitals actually call them. So I love them. My sister jokes and, she'll try and give me something and she'll say, I know, go ahead, call your Poison Control people. I'm like, no thanks, don't want it. So to all of you out there, have a very great month of February and keep taking care of your skin and your health. Bye-bye.